Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read through for Omniscient Reader or Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint Chapter 294. So I guess last time we spent our time, we're now like in the actual arena itself. We have the team together, we have the positions assigned. So this week maybe we'll be getting into like the actual competition, the actual game, the actual fight. Like, I mean, calling it a game or competition, like it's pretty serious. But yeah, I am extremely excited. I've been loving ORV so much. For the reread, an update on that as I've been doing like every week. I think I just got to chapter 230 earlier today, so I'm at 230 with the reread, and getting to the stuff around chapter 220, which really feels like the first part of the series ending, or maybe the second part. Maybe destroying the throne felt like the first part over, and the second part was over at like 220. But it kind of made me look back and kind of think, man, my reactions probably just were not good enough, because rereading it, like, I was crying. I thought it was amazing, just absolutely incredible, and I feel like my reaction, actually reacting to it, probably was not all that much. But I do think this is something I've talked about a lot before, not just because it's ORV. When you're reading something like on your own, the way that you engage with it, I feel like, is different than when you're reading something on camera, like to someone. I feel like there just is this certain level of a wall there, and it's really because reading on my own, I was taking notes as well, but I'm just focusing on the story, not caring how I look, how I sound, anything like that. And I feel like that breaks down a bit of an emotional barrier, whereas when I'm talking about something or reading something, reacting to something on the channel, it's like not only am I thinking about the series, but I am thinking about, okay, what are my thoughts on it as I'm reading? Am I properly conveying those thoughts? Is there anything wrong with the recording? Do I look all right? Do I sound all right? I feel like I constantly catch in editing, I will be like, up, I messed up a word there. I messed up there, and I don't even notice, or didn't even notice in the time that it's happening, but it's just in post, in editing, that I'm noticing that. So it's like, while I am thinking about the series a lot, because I'm thinking about, am I reading things properly? What do I think? Let me say what I think. It's different. There are so many other things that are constantly swirling around in my head, being neurotic as I'm reading, rather than just reading on my own, even though I'm taking notes while reading on my own, and I am just focusing on just the story itself. So I have a newfound appreciation for that. I loved it the first time I read it, but I feel like I was way more even emotionally moved, and I love it even more now after rereading. And I think I've said that about basically everything in ORV, pretty much everything. Like last week at the end, I was talking about how I prefer the newer characters, the newer teammates for Dokja to the old ones, but that's not that I dislike the old ones. I love these characters, especially after rereading. I love them so much more after rereading. I appreciate all of his old teammates so much more after rereading than I first did, and I already liked them, but it just took it from a new level of the way that I liked them before, just to a completely new stage, the way that I like them now after rereading. So that's not me saying that I dislike them or anything. I just really like the new characters, and I can say that about basically everything. And one thing with ORV, for me personally, from the beginning, I've been saying it just gets better and better. It gets better and better. And even rereading, I think basically every arc is just better than the arc before it, except maybe the Nirvana one. Again, I like that arc a lot. I think it's a really good arc. But I would say that after going back through Peaceland's great. I really like Peaceland. So that's maybe the only arc where I'm like, oh my gosh, this just keeps getting better. This just keeps getting better. While while the Nirvana stuff is really good, I think I would still maybe put Peaceland above the Nirvana stuff ranking it. I think I liked Peaceland more. That's maybe like the one exception where an arc didn't like do something even better than the arc before it for me. And even here in the current stuff, I love the Demon World stuff. I'm not sure how I would compare the like Demon World to Wuxia World stuff, because with the Wuxia World, it's kind of like we kind of stopped off and met the Skybreaking Swordmaster and Skybreaking Master, and all of that stuff is amazing. I love all the stuff with them, but that's really all we were there for. Like, we weren't there for an excessive amount of time before just going to do the Gourmand Association, which was amazing, and then we kind of just left the Wuxia World. We didn't really spend a lot of time there, so it's hard for me to compare it to the Demon World. It felt just like a little bit of a side stop that they made, but even with it just being a bit of a side stop, the stuff there with the Skybreaking Swordmaster and Jungkook is just so good. I love all of the extra characterization it gives to Jungkook, and also Jungkook and the Skybreaking Master's fight was super fun. I liked that a lot. So I do like that stuff. I will say I don't think the end was the strongest. Like, we pretty much get to see none of the tournament, and we kind of just say, okay, we're leaving now, which isn't the most exciting climax. Like, the climax for the Gourmand Association's amazing, but then once we're done with the Gourmand Association, again, it really is just, hey, get in the car, we're picking you up and leaving. And while the stuff there, again, with Skybreaking Swordmaster as they're leaving, I think is really good character stuff and really emotionally good, it once again is a little light, where it feels like, yeah, we're just kind of leaving now. But I am getting distracted before I've even read, talking about ORV as a whole. So yeah, I really have, after rereading, it has reinforced a lot of the things I already thought. Like, things I already liked, I just like even more. Opinions, like things just getting better and better and better as the series goes along, it's just reinforced that opinion more. Again, there are small exceptions, like the Nirvana arc was great, but I think Peaceland was even better. Like, I love Peaceland. So either way, and I just wanted to say, since I had just gotten to it, the stuff around 220 with the fight against Demon King Dokja and everything is just so amazing. That was incredible, and it just made me self-conscious about my own reactions. Like, my reaction was not living up to the high standard of how good this was. But either way, reading 294, we're starting with Let's Go, and that's where we ended with everybody running off. I love Bald Army General. Samyang, I think is his name. Then they're passing through. The game has begun. Participant stats will be automatically adjusted based on the game's difficulty. In the first round, all participants may only use 10% of their original abilities. As rounds progress, the penalty will gradually decrease. Alright. Support units have been generated for each team. Okay, so they have random mobs like a usual MOBA. Like the, God, the only MOBA I've ever played is probably League of Legends, and it's probably been like over 10 years since I've played that. So it's been a very long time. But like the little mob minion creatures. Also, I'm excited. We haven't seen who their opponents really are, except for the few helpers that we heard about last time. We haven't really seen who their opponents are going to be from Burkan and Meladon, right? So I'm really excited to see what the opponent teams look like. Lowest tier angels have been assigned to assist you. Arf, arf, arf. Hey, don't bite them, they're on our side. Great Monk Samyang, wait for us. Mr. Han, just stay in the back. Don't do anything unnecessary. And then, again, do they take different lanes, or are they all just sticking together? How is the game going to play out? Wait, the map's changing, says Hayoung. Gosh, and this looks gorgeous, too. So we have these four together. Hayoung was right behind them, so Skybreaking Master is somewhere, and Jungkook is also somewhere. The plains stretch between a valley and a forest. Sorry, I have to answer my phone. Be right back. Okay, sorry about that, I'm back. If I remember correctly, there's an apocalypse in Imugi? Sorry if I am not pronouncing it correctly, in the valley. And a fallen seraph in the forest. Okay, I was pronouncing it Imugi, like it's Japanese or something, but it's probably not, given that the other thing is a seraph and all. If I remember correctly, there's an apocalypse Imugi, or Imujai, in the valley, and a fallen seraph in the forest. There are also quite a few monsters scattered across the map that would grant buffs if we take them down early on. Wait, Great Monk Samyang? You're going too fast. So it is like jungling in MOBA. You're going too fast. Leave it to me. I've been through more battles than you can possibly imagine. Spirits of the Korean Peninsula, lend me your strength. Constellation Lady of the Sleeping Brocade, cheers for the Constellation Bald Army General. Constellation Last Hero of Hwang San-bol, cheers for the Constellation Bald Army General. Constellation The Great King Hung-mu has sponsored 100 coins to the Constellation Bald Army General. Oh! And now, we have enemies coming in? Some sort of harpy creature? So I wonder... We have the lowest tier angels as our mobs. What are the enemy mobs? Because if their mobs are too much stronger, then that is busted. That's OP. Also, we have to deal with 2 different enemy teams. So like 14 actual team members. Oh, and that looks like Oedipus with them. Come at me, you barbarians. I, the protector of my homeland, will smite you all. Coming in. Goes in with the spear, and they rush past, taking out a chunk of his torso. Okay, well, Helper, General of the Vanara, has defeated Helper, Bald Army General. Alright, so this might be somebody from Vedas then? Because we have to deal with Vedas, Papyrus, and Olympus getting involved. Okay. And the Melodon Complex has gained 1 point. We've got... He's just running in. He's feeding them. He's feeding them XP. We have Wukong at home. The first casualty has occurred. Everyone, run! And they turn. Also, it's so funny. The Greatest Skill, Part 4. Yeah, this is insane. They're having to deal with 14 enemies, including constellations among them. We have the entire team rushing in here, including Vanara and Oedipus. What the hell? Wasn't that monk supposed to be strong? He told us to leave it to him. We have whoever it is reaching in with the claws here. Dokja avoiding it. Then also transforming back into Constellation form. Constellation Dog, who threw himself into the flames, sacrifices himself to protect you. And he does a ramming attack against the bird. I was thinking, is the bird potentially Garuda? But this is more humanoid than I would expect. So I don't know. And I don't know if Vanara was the bird or the monkey guy. Hold on, I'm recording this. I'm not even streaming. I can always just pull a Dr. Bonehead. I love his reactions. I could just Google it. Okay, it says the Vanara are like monkey humanoids from Hindu mythology, but that's not a specific like guy. So were the Vanara just their mobs? If so, that's way too strong. And we have fire breath coming from Osu. But he's just getting jumped by all of these opponents. Constellation Dog, who threw himself into the flames, warns you to run. And we have a bunch of blood splatter. Helper, Dog, who threw himself into the flames, has died. Damn it. Where the hell is Skybreaking Master? We're already down 2. Please, forgive me. He's cramping up. Dokja and Hayoung's reaction. Character Myung-Gohan activates Stigma, one-legged Swiftfoot level 10, and he books it out of there. Right, we've seen that before. The reactions. Well, at least he won't get himself killed this way. Seriously, how many times has he used it already to reach level 10? Dokcho, what do we do now? He grabs onto Hyung's arm. You've concealed yourself using the surrounding terrain. Nearby enemies cannot detect you while hidden in the bushes. So again, like MOBA strats. We can't take them head on with our current strength. We need to let the other two teams clash and take advantage. I remember, I was like, there was something else where you could hide in bushes. Right, I've played Pokemon Unite before. That's another MOBA. I've played Pokemon Unite before. I would have liked to have played it more, but I will be so real. This is going to sound like the most old man complaint probably, but I hate when I go to play a game and there's like 50,000 different currencies and I'm like, man, I could just be playing a nice single player JRPG or something instead of having to juggle dailies and weeklies, 4 different shops, a bunch of different equipables, again, like 9 different types of currencies. It is just way too overwhelming, and I think that was actually my biggest complaint with Pokemon Unite, and that's something that kind of goes for pretty much any gacha or live service anything. It's like all of the dailies and weeklies and different currencies and different shops and different things you have to equip if you want to be part of the meta. It's just way too overwhelming when you could just play like a real single player game. But got distracted. We need to let the other two teams clash and take advantage of it. Let's stay put and buy some time. They are probably going to team up, which is not going to be good. You sure this will work? Yeah, it's the best we can do for now. Demon King of Salvation, where are you? And we have Constellation speak. Our real fate runs deep indeed. I never thought you'd escape destiny and still be alive in a place like this. We have Oedipus. It seems there was something I failed to foresee. King Oedipus. You know hiding won't help, don't you? This blind prophet already knows where you are. Don't worry, it's all bullshit. He can't read my future with his powers. It's not too late. Olympus is still open to you. And he gets a message. Constellation, Demon King of Salvation, tells you to stop talking nonsense and get lost. Very funny. And I like the detail here. With him being blind, we have the bubble here, like the Starstream is not only showing the pop-up, but reading it out like text-to-speech to him. Very funny. Let's see how long you can keep that up. We have the other members of the team. And we end there for this week. A long break? Was this like an ad or something that I'm missing? Hold on. No, I turned all my ad blockers off and still nothing. just a long break here, apparently. So, either way, I loved it. Great chapter. Amazing. I love this sort of test, this competition, this game that we're in. I am really bummed to see, maybe they respawn again. I don't know if you respawn or not. I don't think you do. But I wanted to see more of Samyang. I still want to see more of Samyang. And same goes for Osu especially. I really hope that this isn't it for Osu. I want to see more. Though then again, if we're traveling with Skybreaking Master, then maybe the author was like, 2 dog traveling companions is a bit much, but I don't think so. I think we could have had both of them. So Osu would be nice to see more of, even if they're out of the game, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. It's a bummer. So we're already down to 5, having to fight against 14 opponents. Things are looking very bad. Skybreaking Master is vanished, but maybe Skybreaking Master went to join up with Jungkook, and if so, Jungkook and Skybreaking Master could maybe help turn the tides a little bit. but it will be especially difficult if the other two teams decide that rather than fighting each other, at least right away, they want to be sure that they take out the Dokja/Jungkook team before fighting each other. So they will maybe have to find some way to convince the other two teams or trick the other two teams into beginning to fight each other before taking them out in order to, help themselves. Also, the fact that Myung-go was on his own is a little bit scary, but again, run away one-footed. Let's do it. Yeah, either way, it was very fun. I'm loving ORV so much. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. If you did like the video, comment down there too. Tell me what you thought of this set of chapters, just this chapter, my thoughts and reaction and all that. Subscribe for more ORV, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you want to help support the channel by dropping a super thanks or sharing around, it's appreciated. If you want to help support the channel, get your name at the end of videos and get One Piece bingo a bit early, hit join down below to become a member. Go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you so much to people who are already members and patrons. Thank you to chosen regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls, Dee Ban and Maru, Terryton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pate Ardial, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.